Mabuhay and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tez Milan. I am here in sunny Southern California. Just had breakfast with my girlfriend in San Clemente. And now I am on my way. This guy is like screaming and he's got a shopping cart. Oh, California. Anyways, now I am on my way north. I'm gonna be stopping in Morro Bay, which is the place where Filipinos first landed before the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock. Let's go on a little road trip up to Morro Bay. Hold on.
What's that?
It's the police.
Oh, are they arresting you again?
No, it's an ambulance. It just went past me. Everything is fine. I'm fine. Oh my God. When the Spanish took over the Philippine Islands, they had a trade route between Macau, China, and Acapulco. And of course, they just took the Filipinos and they're like, well, you're gonna man all of our ships. So most of the crew on all of these ships were Filipino. On the way to Acapulco, the masts of one of these ships got broken or whatever. And so they were like, well, crap, rather than trying to get all the way to Acapulco, we're only halfway there. Let's see if we can find land and find wood and supplies to be able to make it all the way to Acapulco. So they found California. They were like, well, cool, let's go and find our wood and supplies there. They saw these Native Americans that were like on the coastline and they like tried to wave at them and they're like, hey, we're good. They sent a landing crew, but of course they like landed and then set up a cross on a hill and they're like, we claim this for Spain. The Native Americans that were there, they're like, who the heck do you think you guys are? And so they attacked them and they killed 2 of the crew members.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. There it is. Okay, bye.
Drive safe.
Bye. I'm so excited I got to share that story, but even my dad didn't know. This is why I'm doing this channel. Woo! So I figured while we're driving up the coastline to see Morro Bay, I would share with you a little bit about my time living in Los Angeles. At the end of the 90s, early 2000s, I went to college here. I was at UCLA, so I lived in Santa Monica for several years. Going to UCLA was the first time that I spent any time with a large group of Asians. It was like, wow, there are a lot of Asians here. Coming from Mesa, Arizona, where I was like the only one. And then, I lived in Singapore, but at the American school, there were not really many Filipinos going there. There were a lot of Asians, but not a lot of Filipinos. It was just different. Like actually being in a community was a completely new thing for me when I joined UCLA. In general, UCLA was a very big school. My first year, I didn't really have much to do with the Filipino community. It was something that I just kind of saw them at a distance and I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of Asians here, a lot of Filipinos. I remember looking at some of the Asian American studies classes and I was really focused on studying other things, getting into the music industry and all of that. But when I went to Germany and got into Miss Saigon and was working together with Filipinos, that's when I was like, wow, that was an incredible experience in and of itself. So when I came back to UCLA and had the opportunity to really connect with Filipinos again, I joined the Filipino club, Samahang Pilipino. I mean, it was like really, really eye-opening. And I did some of their cultural shows. I remember in those cultural shows, it was the first time that I got to see dances like the Igorot dance and the Spanish influenced dances with the Maria Clara dresses and seeing the tinikling for the first time in like a big massive group. The first time I saw that, I was a little girl in Arizona and then I hadn't seen that for so many years, and then to see kids my age, young people my age doing that dance and being so into it and so proud of it, I was really blown away by it. And I have to say that I was also really intimidated by it because it was the first time that I met and encountered Filipinos that were like me, Filipino Americans that didn't have a really heavy accent, and some spoke Tagalog, some didn't speak Tagalog, but there was for them this sense of pride of knowing that I didn't feel or have. And I walked into this organization and that was the first time that I had ever encountered that. I had to stop for a second because the view is just so freaking incredible. Let's go check this out. All right, so I made a really quick stop because this drive has just been so amazing. So anyways, onward we go to Morro Bay. Oh my gosh, that like took forever. I met my girlfriend for breakfast at 7. I left there about 8:30. It is now 6 p.m. I did have a couple of stops, but it took forever to get here. And I have to say, it's absolutely beautiful here. I mean, if Filipinos were gonna land in North America, this would be the place that they should do it. So let's go check it out. Oh, that lady has puppies. She's got puppies. Get my shit together. First Filipinos landed in Morro Bay on October 17, 1587. And that was more than 30 years before the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock on November 11, 1620. Yeah. They arrived aboard the Nuestra Señora de Buena Esperanza, a Spanish trading ship traveling from Macau, China to Acapulco. Mainly Filipinos crewed these trading ships that were collectively known as the Manila Galleon. They were treated very badly and paid next to nothing. Oh my gosh, there's like a whole ton of, I forget what these things are called, but like when they stack rocks on top of each other, there's like a lot of them, like a lot. I'm not even exaggerating here, check this out. Okay, I may sound like I'm exaggerating here, but I think there has to be at least like 1,000 of these. I'm gonna walk through them very carefully. Very carefully. The ship that carried the first Filipinos to America was damaged in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. After more than a month, land was seen through the fog. They decided to find a place to land to replenish their provisions and find wood to repair the ship's masts. All right, but because I'm really ambitious, I'm just gonna say a fact while I'm walking through this garden of stacked stones. When the landing party landed on the coast of Morro Bay, the Chumash natives who were living here, in order to protect their land, attacked the landing party, which resulted in 2 deaths, a Spaniard and a Filipino. Okay, I'm gonna try not to knock anything over. Okay, that's enough horsing around. I think we're gonna go to the water now. Let's go to the water. After the attack, the landing crew retreated and they continued their voyage onto Acapulco. The next reported landing of Filipinos wouldn't be until November 1595, when another Spanish trading ship was wrecked north of San Francisco at Point Reyes. How you doing?
You see all the little crabs?
No, are they all swimming around? Hi.
There you
Oh,
go.
hi. We really needed to meet, didn't we? Filipinos made history because the landing of Filipinos in 1587 is the first documented instance of Asians in the Americas. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. That's how Filipinos made history here in North America. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next week, minus the seals. Paalam, goodbye! What is that? Oh, that's my head. I was like, what the heck is that? That's my head.